Hello learners, welcome to Learn to Empower. We are seeing the series of ethics videos. In this particular video, we'll be looking into the one of the important foundational value, that is objectivity. Now, what is mean by objectivity? Why this is important? Why this is important to a civil servant to make the decisions or to take the decision? This is very important. Let's try and understand what is meant by objectivity. Now objectivity is nothing but you are taking a decision without considering any personal biases of yours, right? Now the ability to approach the moral judgments or the decision making without being influenced by the personal biases. You might be having certain personal biases towards certain communities, towards certain religious institutions, towards some administration, but in this case while taking the decision you are not getting influenced by these kind of values, right? Now that is leading to what? Objectivity. Now objectivity will ensure that you make the decision in a very rational manner, evidence based approach, which is simply the logical reasoning. For each and everything you will be questioning, you will be looking into the scientific principles whether involved or not for making the decisions, right? Now this is where objectivity is very important. Now objectivity, if you understand, it creates a logical arguments that are universally applicable and independent of the individual's perspectives or the biases. Now let's try and understand some of the key aspects of the objectivity. First and foremost key aspect of the objectivity is rationality and reasoning. You will be questioning each and everything, that the information that comes into you, and you start analyzing and assessing the information that is available to you in a rational and very reasonable manner. Now as we have seen in the previous video also, the impartiality is one of the component of the objectivity. Right. Now impartiality is what? Treating all the individuals and situations equally without favoritism or discrimination. You are not getting into the values of nepotism or favoritism. You are not favoring your family members, etc. You want the impartiality to be upheld. Now this rationality or the objectivity is a universal principle. Now you can prove why you have taken the decision the particular way when you took in a rational manner rather in a emotional manner, right? These principles what? Serve as a guiding criteria for the individuals or the belief or the preferences, right? Now the next is you will be taking this objective decision based upon the evidences and data that has been presented to you. Now you will analyze those evidences. Now you will understand those evidences. Now the data has been presented to you. Now you will be taking the decision. The same thing happens with respect to what? This happens in the judiciary. Simply judiciary works on this, right or not? Now the next important is the critical evaluation. Now you will recognize the information that you got. Now you will be moving away from your personal biases and acknowledging that you acknowledge your personal biases, but you will not influences those personal biases in the decision making. Now over the period of time, this ensures transparency and accountability in the system. Now let's look into some of the examples. Now IAS selections I have written, which is nothing but the UPSC selection. Whenever the UPSC selection board or the UPSC interview process is taking place, now there will be group of people who are judging you. Now definitely these people are not meant to get influenced by their personal biases. Rather they have to look into the system in a very objective manner, right? Each and every candidate will be looked into in an objective. They will only focus upon the merit based system, right? The same goes with the judiciary and court decisions, right? The judge is expected to be what? Impartial. Judge is expected to give the judgments based upon evidences presented to him. The next important is objective manner is the census data collection. Census data collection, every 10 years government will release the population census. Now when taking the population census, your personal biases should not come into picture. Now that's why the caste as a criteria is not included in the census. There is separate caste census that goes on, but not in the regular census. In the population census we are not including the caste. When the moment caste is included, the data that is getting entered might get biased by the person who is actually doing this data entry, right? So to avoid this kind of biases, we are avoiding the values which meant to give this prejudices in the society, right? The next we have seen in the last video itself, news reporting or the media is expected to report the news in a very objective manner, but because as I said in my videos that the media groups is been owned by one or the other political party or one or the other the corporate bodies, right? The next is the scientific research. When you do the scientific research, when you do certain values, you will obviously take the values, you will not go by the emotions. Certainly you will look into, for example, you are looking at the sky, you are searching for some exoplanets. When you are getting the data, based upon the data only you will be making the decisions rather than going by the emotions, right? Now by this video we are coming end of this particular value of objectivity. In the next videos we will be looking into the other values. Till then, take care.